down, I get up. I'll go 12 rounds before I give up. Heavy is the ground, but I will not put it down. Word around this town, my time is now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Come on in. It is time for the Own Your Now show. And guess what? It is Monday, Wellness Monday. I am your host, Tracie Berry-McGhee, on this Memorial Day.
And I am your co-host, Yolonda Lankford. And you know, they call me Lady Yo.
Lady Yo, good morning to you. How was your weekend?
Tracie, it was fabulous because you know why? I got to spend some time with you.
Yes, we had such a good time. We were out in the streets, me, you, and Shameem, Clark Hubbard. The cup was out. We had a great time. We did the love literacy. And then where do we end up eating? Where do we go, Lady O?
We went to the brunch battle between Chef JR and Chef Nico. Remember, they were on the show. Everything was just from the moment you walked in the door until we left. It was just fabulous. Those young men put on a show, didn't they, Tracie?
They really did. They really did. And you know what? It just allows us to realize what it looks like when you're walking in your purpose and you're doing what you love. And that's everything. You know, I got to ask you the question. It's Monday. I'm telling you right now, I was like, really? We are going on today. But yes. We are here. On this Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to everyone. If you all could just shout out anyone in your life that is a veteran that's celebrating past, present, someone just probably signed up, definitely shout them out. Lady Yo, before we get this started today, tell us what is in your cup.
Well, you know, I have some Starbucks coffee in my Monday cup I always have for you that says, "Hey there, pretty lady."
Thank you. You know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. I accept that compliment. I keep telling y'all I struggled this morning. I did keep my grandson this weekend, and any of y'all that got those grandkids, y'all know how it is. But I'm here today. I'm excited. We have Amy Miller in the house. Y'all know everybody's up. We got Pastor Jordan in the house, and in my cup, because I struggled, my black coffee matters. I don't know if y'all can see. That's my Own Your Now cup. Black coffee matters because it does. And trust me, I really did need this cup today.
Boy, it's funny. You know, we all have children. You and I have children. But the grandkids, that energy is something. They just go, go, go. But Tracie, I'm struggling for another reason.
Why? Tell me.
Because I smell the greens already cooking for dinner. They've been cooking since yesterday. And I woke up this morning and I thought, God, they just smell so good. I was a little distracted earlier today when I was doing the pre-show. I said, I guess I'm going to have greens for breakfast.
Oh, goodness. Hey, Stacey, I want to know, Laura's up. Somebody else is grilling. Somebody else is cooking. I know we should be eating breakfast, but Yolanda's talking about she about to eat some greens, girl. Yes. You're going to be going the whole day. Let us know, y'all, what y'all cooking, what's on the grill, who's cooking, whose house should we go visit? I know I'm going to be at my son-in-law's house because he's grilling and his greens are on already. Good morning, Frail. Oh, everybody is here. Y'all up early. Everybody
they came to see us. They came to see us. That's why I said we're going to go on live, do a live show on Monday because I know our owners are at home. They can invite a friend. Everyone's up, getting ready to celebrate. You know, and let's just say this. Isn't it nice that we have the opportunity to get together? And we're going to do it safely, but just the opportunity, you know, it's just wonderful. And just let you know, as Pastor Jordan's going to tell us how good God is.
Yes. You know, I tell you one thing. I struggle with coming on today because I was like, well, you know, maybe we should just like take a break. It is Memorial Day. But the thing about it is what I remember most about Memorial Day when my grandmother was alive, we would go to Jefferson Barracks and take care of all of our family members, making sure that we put the flags down and flowers. And, you know, this is one of the reasons why we're here. And this is not a happy day for a lot of people, but we have to realize that we're all in this together. So that's everything. Speaking of us all being in this together, I know we got some birthday shout outs and celebrations and vibrant vibes. What we celebrating, Lady Yo?
Well, we have some birthdays. Over the weekend we had some birthdays. So let me get started. Keith Dickens had a birthday. My girl, Jaslyn Green, I call her Baby J. Baby J had a birthday. Daniel Copeland, Lori Cohey, she was on our show, and Claude Moore. They all had birthdays this weekend. And today, Era Mitchell has a birthday. Larry Connors, Brittany Brown. And I have to stop right there. Brittany Brown is a professional dancer. And I met her when she came to St. Louis, and she was the background dancer for Johnny Gill. And she's an awesome, awesome young lady. Jessie Robinson has a birthday, and Marilyn Spraggins. Happy birthday, Marilyn. And we have a couple of people who want to say happy birthday to their loved ones. Carla Lewis Longley wants to wish her Aunt Joan a happy birthday. Judy Butler wants to say thank you and congratulations to her daughter for her performance in Peter Pan.
All right.
In Louisiana. Her daughter was in Peter Pan in Louisiana. And Jill Farmer has a daughter who turned 21, Maya Jane. You remember your 21st birthday?
Yes, always.
Oh, and this one, Rebecca Thompson wants to tell her Uncle Bell happy 101st birthday.
Today. Awesome.
Today's his birthday. Now, if anyone needs to be celebrated, it's Uncle Bell.
Yes, it is. Happy birthday, Uncle Bell.
And just in case they're watching, happy birthday, Brooke Shields.
Brooke Shields. I know you all remember Brooke Shields, top model. Those eyebrows were everything. Now everybody's getting eyebrows taken off. But back in the day, they was like this thick, weren't they?
Oh, like caterpillars, baby. And just in case he's watching, happy birthday, Waka Flocka Flav. I have one more because I had the biggest crush on this guy when I was younger. Just in case he's watching, happy birthday, Joe Namath.
Wow, Joe Namath. All right then. You know what? Can't go wrong. That man looks the same. And look at that fur coat. You had a crush on Joe Namath, girl?
Let me tell you, when I was young, he came out in that fur coat and he was just walking. I said, who is that? Even as a little girl. But the funniest thing is he did some commercial with some pantyhose. Like it was some commercial where he wore pantyhose underneath, but he was the coolest guy. And I will say, in person, like when you meet him, he is just gregarious and nice and fun. And boy, I was like this. I felt like I was a little girl. I was like, hi.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I don't think I must admit, I did not have a crush on Joe Namath. That's one that I can't put that one in my books. But you know what? He looks good, and happy birthday to him. And
78.
He's everybody.
78 years young.
Yes, that's
He's
good.
Still wearing his fur. That's what's killing me right now. Is he's still wearing his fur. Do your thing, Joe.
Do your thing. Look, I'm still up here thinking about all these people grilling. Ann says we're grilling, so you go over to Ann's house. Jan says she cooking greens, ribs, cornbread, potato salad. Okay, so she got some stuff on the grill. Bernice said her grandmama barbecuing, but you know where I'll be later because she got to work. She working all the time. That girl know that she be working. Timothy, what y'all grilling?
Yeah, you know Timothy got it going on. It's funny. Tell us, Timothy. So you have a catering company. On the holidays, do you cook or do you take a break? Put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat. She said they grilled yesterday, y'all. So everybody is grilling, having a good time. I know that I love to make sure that I just sit up and eat. Oh my goodness. Alex says his sister's brisket is everything. Y'all know if you can't cook it, don't do it right.
Alex is visiting with his family. He was on Facebook with his mom and his two sisters, and they are such a beautiful family. And I told his mama, when we go on tour, we're going to come to her city and she's going to have to come out because she's a true owner.
That's what's up. Kalisha, she's like, you name it, whatever. We ready to eat. Let's do it.
You name it. What is it? Beans, greens, potatoes.
You name it. Well, I know one thing. I won't be having Patty's sweet potato pie because I didn't even go to the grocery store. I'm telling y'all right now. So whatever y'all got, whatever they got at the house, that's what I'm eating. I'm not shopping. I'm not doing any of that. Well, you all know we celebrating a lot today. We walking in purpose. We're so excited. If you all don't share, y'all better share today. Because we got Pastor Jordan in the house, so you better keep sharing. We got Amy Miller in the house. We're talking about relationships. A lot of y'all sitting up there with folks drinking and sipping coffee that y'all don't even like. Y'all don't even know what that's about. But you better figure it out. Our affirmation word for today is uplift.
Yes.
You know, we are here every Monday through Friday, and we focus on being an inspiration, uplifting, and empowering. And I said earlier, I said, I don't know, Lady Yo, if we should go on today, but we started this because out of grief, out of loss. And you know, if you're going to start something out of grief and loss, you got to show people what it means to live, right? And we need to be able to uplift people. So, you know, this morning I told my husband, I said, I'll be back. I got to go to the office. I got to do the show. He said, it's a holiday. And I'm like, yes. And this is why we are here. Absolutely. So, you know what? This is what it looks like when you are taking care of others, but you're also taking care of yourself and being your best self. So Lady Yo, take some deep breaths in and out. And in honor of all of everyone that we're celebrating for Memorial Day, we have to remember the value of living and being our best self. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Show it up, every curve, every part. Cause I'm strong and I love the skin.
Put in your chat, best self.
Every inch, no doubt there's power deep within. Yeah. Beauty ain't a color, ain't a number, ain't an age, nah. Beauty comes in every size and every shade, yeah. I'm perfect just the way I'm made, yeah.
Left arm, let's go, y'all.
I'ma be my best self. Woo! I'm loving who I be. I'ma be my best self.
Stretch.
There's no one else like me. Self-love, self-help, self-care, self-healing, self-worth, self-aware, my best self.
I see you, Mike.
Loving every part of me. I'ma be my best self. I'ma be my best self. I'ma be confident, no limit, owning it. Look in the mirror and all I see is love. And take it one step at a time.
Reach out to a friend.
Yeah. Beauty in a waistline and a smile in her face. Beauty's holding my head up with grace. I thank God for the way I made it. Whoa, whoa.
I see you all, Shameem. Maylene, we see you. Linda.
Yes.
What did you hear today? Self-healing.
I thank God for the way he made me.
That's right.
Don't make me spin around in my chair. You know I want to.
I know you want
that today. And you know what? It is something. When you listen to a song, and every time you hear the song, you hear something a little different. She has a hit on her hand because she is speaking to our souls.
Yes, she is.
You know, she says, I look in the mirror and all I see is love.
Yes.
And when she says, whoa, boy, that's my other part I like.
The other piece, I thought about that. Everybody's saying hugs. Like you have to start with yourself. You know, we are taught to love everybody else before we love ourselves. And so sometimes you got to just reach your arms out and hug yourself. Give yourself a hug. That's everything. You know, Nettie said it's the lyrics for me. Yes, girl. Yes, it is. It is. Well, you know what? We are so excited that everybody's here. We hope you all continue to share. We're talking about relationships, all types of relationships. Yes. It's so important that you all take care of what it looks like to communicate with yourself first. We have Amy L. Miller coming up. Amy L. Miller is a clinical social worker turned life and relationship coach. After almost a decade in the private practice as a therapist, she transitioned to the realm of coaching in order to expand her reach and do more of what she loves. Notice that, what she loves. And what she loves most is helping individuals and couples communicate better. Look, y'all, everybody know that we go through ish, right? But she knows how to help you all go through this ish easy. And she calls it easy-ish. And because that's what it's about, us making sure we have some roots and some keys to these relationship things. So everybody, welcome in Amy Miller. Good morning, lady.
That was such a good introduction.
It's all about you. It's all about you.
And I can't believe I don't have a copy of my book in front of me. I took them all to my office, but the book is so huge, and I would love to show you the cover because it's got a key on it, and it's all about how to do relationships better, including starting with yourself.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
And, you know, we know today's Motivational Monday, and people say, I thought Relationship Wednesday. But if you have a good relationship with yourself, you got to motivate yourself. You got to get motivated to support yourself in your relationship with yourself, motivated to support relationships with other people. And I know you have the key. But before we get started, what's in your cup, ma'am?
Well, I have some Caribou coffee with my, I use oat milk creamer. So hazelnut and vanilla mixed together.
Ooh,
that sounds good.
Good.
I also have my bubble water.
She have her chaser, her water. You know, you talk about the keys, and we really thought like, wow, this is a day for relationships. This is all about wellness and what that means to us. Talk to us. Number one, let's make everything clear, because you said you made a transition, and as a therapist, I need people to understand that there's a difference between the two. You transitioned from therapist to life coach.
Okay.
Tell everybody the difference.
Okay, so therapy is about healing the past and is about diagnosis of a problem and treating the symptoms of a specific issue or problem. A lot of times you can use your health insurance because you have a medically reimbursable diagnosis. But coaching and you're restricted and guided by licensure laws, right? Like I'm a clinical social worker. Tracie, I'm not sure, are you an LPC?
Yes, I'm LPC.
Okay, so you're, I mean, we're all in the same family, but there's different guidelines. But so the licensing board restricts and guides the way we practice, right? But there's a lot of rules, and there's a lot of stuff about how to practice. And I was already sort of doing solution-focused work anyway. And so solution-focused work is very akin to coaching, which is like, coaching is like, what is the problem right now?
Right.
So it's really great for relationship work because we don't need to treat or diagnose your past. What we need to do is give you tools to move forward in your relationship and make it as healthy as possible. And so coaching is just more immediate. It expects that it presupposes that you've done some work. Oh, look at my cute website.
I love it.
We got you, girl. Well, you didn't have to have your book. I knew Tracie would bring you up and have all your information out there. Now, you talked about healthy relationships. You know, a lot of times people just want to be in relationships. You know, talk to us about healthy relationships. Give us one of the keys to a healthy relationship.
The key, the biggest key to a healthy relationship is everyone feels free. Like everyone feels free to be themselves, to be their full expansive self, to communicate fully, to be heard, to be seen, to be accepted. It doesn't mean that it's free of conflict. It just means that when you do conflict, it's done with kindness. It's done well. You offer each other grace. It essentially, if it feels good most of the time, it's probably healthy. Like if it feels nourishing and like it's feeding your spirit, it's probably healthy. But if you feel like you're doing all this work and you're not really getting that much return on your investment, it's probably not super healthy. And I might be able to help, or I might be like, have you guys considered not being together?
Yeah. You know,
and that's another relationship. I'm sorry, Tracie. You know, you can be in a relationship, a man-woman relationship, or whatever the relationship is for you. And you decide not to be in that relationship. That's just another form of a relationship because you have to determine what that relationship is going to be. So go ahead, Tracie. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. And I was just thinking about this. You know, I've been married going on 25 years, and communication is key. It's not a book. It's just like parenting. They say there's parenting books out there, but we had different communication styles. We had to learn how to effectively communicate with each other. And so talk to us about effective communication styles.
Effective communication has, like, you have to understand the way the other person wants to be communicated with, right? Like tuning into like, am I saying what I want to say, but like, am I being heard? Does my partner understand? Is there a different way I can say it if they don't? Because people having fundamentally different communication styles is like a huge reason why people come to counseling. Like that's the number one reason. They're like, we don't communicate well. And so first, like figuring out like, what does that even mean for you? Are you literally not communicating? Like, I don't understand what you're saying to me, or am I being defensive? And so I can't hear you. And so effective communication is really just figuring out like, what does my partner need from me and how do they need me to communicate? Not just how do I want to communicate?
Yeah.
That's absolutely true. It's kind of like with the love languages. We find out what our love language is, but that person may not have the same love language. So if you are willing to get into a relationship, I always say you have to learn the other person's love language and the other person's way of communicating, and then find an even ground, because there's no right or wrong. Because you want to be together. So what about this pandemic, girl? Talk about it. What has it done to relationships?
So I really don't think it's caused any new problems.
Okay.
Like I think it's either brought, so two things have happened. Either the couple is closer together because they weathered a storm together, they went through something together. Like my partner and I are better than ever because we like each other's company. We had a good time during, like we're both kind of homebodies. So we did a great job through it. But other couples, I think whatever problems they were sweeping under the rug are being highlighted now, right? Okay. So like now they're spending all this time together and they're like, I actually don't like you that much. Or like, I don't actually like know how to talk to you now that we're not together. Like 2-3 hours a day together is very different. As you know, also if you were parenting during the pandemic, because you're like, oh my God, these are my kids. I'm supposed to love them, but why are they here all the time? Why aren't they?
You know,
oh my goodness, that is hilarious.
It's interesting that you say that because so many people, we had some attorneys on right around Valentine's Day, and they were saying so many people were coming out of last year's pandemic saying, I need a divorce. And, you know, but I think it's important that you realize that you got to be your best self, and children are affected. If you're not healthy and you're not happy, then you need to transition and do something different, you know. You also talk about interracial relationships. You know, we're in St. Louis, and St. Louis can be so backwards at times. And, you know, I know you've experienced this, but I just want you to talk to us about what that looks like from a dating and marriage perspective in today's society.
So I get a fair number of interracial couples come in for couples counseling. And like the first thing that I want to look at is like, how are you navigating race in your relationship? Like, how are you talking about it? And most of the time they're not talking about it. And so that requires in the case, and I'm specifically speaking of like Black and white partners in this context, but if the Black partner is not allowed to express like their full experience of their life as a Black person in America, the white partner doesn't really know them. So like when the white partner, like my advice is always to the white partner, like you can't be fragile here. Like your partner can't be scared to tell you like that was racist or what you said was messed up. See how I didn't cuss just now? But you know, so I think the main tip, honestly, for interracial dating relationships is like you have to be able to comfortably dialogue about race without defensiveness, without gaslighting, without the white partner telling the Black partner like that didn't really happen. They weren't looking at us. They weren't looking at you. Like you don't like the white partner doesn't know anything because we don't have that spidey sense that tells us when something is messed up or when someone's being like, when their behavior is racially motivated. We don't know because we don't have that checker, but like Black people have to have it. And so like, that's the main thing is like, you have to be able to talk about race and you have to let the Black partner take the lead.
You know, when you talk about the four, it makes me think about the 4 agreements, you know, and they talk about that in the 4 agreements and the mastery of love. If you can't tell your partner how you feel, if you can't be free to express these things, then you don't respect one another, you know, and therefore, why do you need to be together? You know, I love your principles. I love everything behind it. Talk to us about Easy-ish. How did this come about? Talk to us about your new space. How did this come about?
This could go all day. Okay, so let me start with the book real quick. The book was like an amalgamation of all these blog posts that I've written over the years. And all the couples counseling that I've done. And I just sort of pieced it all together around these principles that I've sort of cultivated, which my main principle about relationships is that every relationship has its own culture. And every relationship, if both of you or all of you, if there's more than 2, because sometimes there is, would self-report being happy, then you are in a healthy relationship. And that no one else, like applying shoulds to your relationship is like super unproductive. Hey, there's my book. And so my whole thing is like, whatever you want to do in the context of your relationship is fine, as long as everybody agrees and everybody's on the same page. And other than that, there's no rules. And so when you try to apply rules about how it's supposed to be, like, that's when you start to get messy.
Got it.
That's like my main thing is like relationships are all relative and they're all different. And the key is like to find a way to be easy-ish together. It's not going to be easy, but it shouldn't be hard work all the time.
I got it. I like that.
Well, how can people contact you? Because I know you have a new location.
Oh, it's in Lafayette Square. It's a storefront. It's so cute. I'm so excited about it. It's my first space that's just mine that I got to decorate. Everything's green and yellow. It's super cute. Like, it's really comfy. There's couches. There's kitchen table. If we want to sit at the kitchen table, it's great. And it's in Lafayette Square, right where the old Christian Science Church used to be, across from the fountain. And so, but you can find me on my website. You can schedule an appointment through my website. You can do all the things. Just don't call me because I don't want to talk on the phone.
You know what? I was reading about you, and that's the thing about a therapist. People ask, and we're going to talk to Pastor Jordan about this. I bet the same thing happens with him. When you answer the phone, you're in a space that you got to do work. So y'all know we're going to come up and talk about this. And so at the end of the day, when people say, do you have a minute? No, I don't have a minute. I want to give you my undivided attention.
Yes.
So I want to make sure when I answer the phone that I'm ready to give all that to you. And that's important. Your affirmation word of the day, tell us.
I was thinking about that is thank you. Because every day I do a gratitude practice every day where I say, thank you for Rodney. Thank you for Zoe. Thank you for the cat. Thank you for my family. Thank you for my body. Thank you for my breath. Especially since COVID, I say thank you for my body and my breath every day because I was always like, that paranoid thing when COVID first started where you were like, do I have shortness of breath? Am I dying?
I understand what you're saying. And Tracie's good reminding us to take a deep breath. Mm-hmm. Because we breathe so shallow and it's so normal. But when you feel your lungs and are able to give that oxygen to your complete body, it is a wonderful feeling. Well, thank you so much, Miss Amy. I'm so glad I got to meet you. Tracie's been talking all wonderful things about you, and I'm glad you finally got to come on the show. Happy Memorial Day.
Thank you. You also. Thank you for having me.
Well, everybody remember, you all can definitely find Amy at Roots and Keys coaching.com. Make sure that she's right in our community, and we'll have coffee soon.
Okay, let's do it.
We can get out in the streets now, Lady O. Now
yes, we can. We can do it safely. Yes, we can do it safely. Well, you know what, Tracie? I have someone that, I've been wanting to meet this pastor. We have been blessed to be around many of the people that attend his church. I said, well, I need to meet Pastor Jordan. So you know what he did? He said yes to us this morning. We have Pastor R.R. Jordan, ministerial and business visionary. Pastor Jordan founded the Advancing Church in 2009. It was a small beginning in a storefront church in South St. Louis, pastoring a small 10-member congregation. Well, he's gone full forward and has a wonderful full congregation now. Through love and dedication to God, has enabled him to empower the oppressed, marginalized, and ostracized by teaching them to operate in faith in order to see the manifestation of life more abundantly. Good morning, Pastor Jordan.
Good morning. How are you all?
We are doing well. We really are.
Good. I was super excited when your intro was coming on and you guys were moving with the music. I said, why didn't they allow me to do some of that?
That's right. Hey, anytime, come on through. You can do it. We are so excited about when Lady O is right. We have literally had so many people from your congregation, and they're like, wait till you see Pastor Jack. But then we met his wife this weekend. And confirmation when we met. And we said, you know what? He is always busy. She said, yeah, you can find him on Clubhouse, all these different places. I don't know how he's doing it all, but we do have to ask you the question. What is in your cup? How are you waking up?
Well, I'm waking up with some coffee. Gotta have cream and a lot of sugar in it. I love sweets, so I'm on sugar overload right now.
Well, with your sugar overload, you are a pastor, and Tracie and I talked about her being a therapist. Talk to us about how you came into the ministry.
Yeah, I came into the ministry as a young man with a passion to serve people. Growing up, I had a lot of struggles, a lot of difficulties. I was a young man who was in the streets a lot and needed a lot of guidance, a lot of counseling. Didn't get what I needed in that moment. But as I began to mature and grow up, I began to develop this passion to assist and help people live out the life that God intended for them to live out. And so my passion for ministry was really born in my own hurt, in my own pain.
Wow.
God,
Wow. I'm sitting here thinking about this. I was listening to one of your sermons, and it really touched me because you talked about how we how we downsize ourselves. It's a whole series that you're working on, or that you've been
Yes.
thinking about, and how we need to realize that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. And I tapped into all of that because I'm one of those people that we say, I'm just in all transparency, I'm more spiritual than religious, or I'm religious and spiritual, like that balance of like what that looks like. But you also said that there are times when the church can hurt, but you came in with all of your hurt and pain so that others could live through this message. Talk to us about why you just said, okay, I'm ready, and people need to hear this message.
Well, I don't want to say that I said I was ready.
oh,
There was a passion on the inside of me. I think that there are times when we have something that is burning on the inside of us, but we tell ourselves constantly, "I'm not ready. I'm not ready." You probably will never be ready in your own mind.
yes.
The way that you begin to move forward and do the thing that's on the inside of you is you just step out and do it. You do it scared. You do it sometimes without the support that you feel like you should have, but you step out there and do it. So I didn't think I was ready, but there was a passion on the inside of me that could not be put out. And so because of that, I stepped forward to do what I know God was calling me to do.
Wow. Talk to us. That's something I'm just soaking all what you just said. I always tell people it's never too late to be who you were created to be. That's just one of my favorite sayings.
Yes.
Tracie said something about downsizing. People downsize themselves.
Playing small.
Play it small. Talk to us about the word downsizing and how that can cause you to stumble and not get to your greatest moment.
Yeah, I think we've been taught to reduce ourselves. We've learned how to celebrate stars and people who have accomplished great things. And as a result of that, sometimes we're insecure and we start to see ourselves as not accomplished, as not gifted, not having the ability to really achieve on the highest levels. And as a result of that, we celebrate people who get applauded. We celebrate people who get awards and all kinds of things, but we don't know how to celebrate the gift that's on the inside of us. And as a result,
hold on, Pastor. Hold on, Pastor.
I told you.
The gift that is you don't celebrate the gift that is inside of you, because everyone is a gift. And I always say, if you look at a present, people see the pretty outside. And if they just sat that on the shelf just to look at the pretty outside, they never get to see the gift on the inside.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
And so we have to learn how to cheer for ourselves. Anytime you go to a sports event, when someone scores, the crowd cheers. Most people in life have never experienced a crowd cheering for them. But when you learn how to cheer for yourself, it doesn't matter who criticizes you.
Amen. Amen. Y'all know, this is the thing about it. I was literally, when we started this platform, people are like, why? And you're not in journalism, like neither one of us. You're a therapist. Like, what are you all doing? You're running nonprofits. At the end of the day, you have to do, like you said, do it scared. And one of the things that I've learned, because I feel that I know that I'm a true faith walker, is that when God tells you to walk, run like the wind, for you're guaranteed to fly. And our show is called the Own Your Now Show because, oh, no problem, because and we can still hear you, because you have to own your now.
Yes.
Your book speaks to making sure that you literally say, I lived and yesterday didn't kill me. Talk to us about this.
Yes, I wrote the book because, again, I went through a lot. I went through a lot. And one of the things that I know will assist people in coming out of whatever it is that they're going through is their hearing, their ability to hear. And I say this all the time, that you can make it through hell if you're hearing from heaven. So your hearing is critically important to your forward momentum. If you're going to come out of some things, you need to get around people who are speaking the right things.
Right.
So your environment, how people encourage you, how people speak to you is critically important to you coming out of that cave, you coming out of hopelessness. You need some people around you that speak faith, and not just speak faith, they walk faith. So you believe what they're saying out of their mouth because they've demonstrated it with their lives.
Oh my goodness. Again, the environment. Sure. Everybody's like, preach, live in the now. Everybody's talking about this. You also talked about, I wish I would have had my cup that said words matter. You talked about the words that we say that come out of our mouth. I love words, and we speak certain things into existence. Of course we do. Talk to us about how important words matter. Amy talked about communication. You're speaking about it, but I hear you talk about the words that you let come out of your mouth and how they have power. Even when, how people say, let me pray over you. Talk to us about that. Because, we're trying to figure these things out. And it's important that we know the words that come out of our mouth, how much value they hold.
Yes. Words are very, very powerful. And I would say this, words touch you. I mean, words touch you literally. There is a such thing as an echo effect. That means those words are literally bouncing off of surfaces. And because words literally touch you, they impact your life far more than people recognize. So when you are speaking, your words are traveling. Your words are traveling. They're bouncing off of surfaces in your house. After you speak it, that word is still moving. So there are people who are speaking things in their environment, speaking things in their homes, and after it comes out of their mouth, they think it's over. It is not over. That word is still moving. So we need to be sure that we're speaking the things out of our mouth that we want to see in our lives.
Oh, you speaking my language. That's it right there. Let me look right there. That's it right there. Listen, y'all, you all need to understand that what he's saying is that we have to literally realize. Remember when you were growing up? Because I know I was bullied, and someone said a word, and your parents said, "Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words may never hurt you." They do hurt, and they do stick. And you remember the exact day that someone said something negative. You remember the exact day that somebody said something positive. You remember the exact day that you said, "I hear God speaking and pouring into my life," and it sticks. It sticks.
Yes.
So
it does. It does.
powerful.
I knew we were gonna hear a word today. I'm like stuttering because I'm like, what he is saying is so true. And for him to be able to share that, hey, I've been through some things, but I've come through some things and I'm going higher. It's just a wonderful word this morning. I know that you do a lot of work in the community. Tell us about what you're doing to make our community better.
Yeah, we have a lot of things going on in the community. One of them is our Harvesting Hope. We serve our community 4 Saturdays in a row, and then we break one. So for a month, we are serving our community. We take one Saturday as our time to rest and recover.
Yes.
And we've been doing this for almost a year now. Okay. We've served thousands of people meals on Saturday, thousands of people. I think that we're into, I'm sure we've served over 10,000 people during COVID.
Wow.
Yeah. And so that's one of the things that we do, and we do it with a sense of purpose and intentionality, because we know that people are going through during COVID, right? People have lost their jobs. We've seen people pull in who needed food for their family.
Yes.
And we give them enough food to last during the week. So we give them breakfast and lunch. That's what we're serving right now. But prior to this last weekend, we was giving them breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 7 days. So they would come in and we would load up their vehicles and serve our community, because that's where our heart is. It's in our community.
Serve our community.
Yes.
Y'all hear that? 200 meals to date. That is powerful. That's powerful. You really are doing the work, and we're thankful for it. I don't think people realize exactly where you are, because from what we hear, we know you're on Facebook. You got 5 pages. You're on Clubhouse. You're on live everywhere. But you do literally have a location that everybody can get to and be able to be a part of this community. So let everybody know what is your location.
We are physically housed at 4152 Washington Boulevard in the Central West End. And our worship time is at 11:30 a.m.
Amen.
Y'all hear that?
Yes.
Look, but if they can't find you there, Sherry, he said 10,000. Y'all have to understand, this is a blessing, the things that we do in our community. We can't beat God when it comes to blessing our community. The heart is in the community when we all come together. And not only that, I have also seen your congregation out doing the work in so many different ways. And they speak to that. Doing the work.
Yes.
Let everybody else know how else they can find you. Because I know you're everywhere, and I can't believe, I don't know how you all doing. You even on Clubhouse. I didn't even know they had ministries on Clubhouse, Pastor George.
Oh, definitely. I've been speaking, I've preached whole sermons on Clubhouse.
Wow.
And so, I mean, it's an amazing tool that's being used to reach so many people. I preached last night to about 300 people in Clubhouse. And so it happens on a regular basis.
Now, we were told that you guys also, y'all having fun out here. Y'all having a car show coming up?
Oh, yeah, we got a car show coming up. I'm excited about this. This is an opportunity to bring my 1982 Caprice Classic coupe out. And so I'm excited. I got it all cleaned up. I'm ready to use my vehicle in ministry.
All right, show up and show out. Well,
Yes.
it's all about words here, and we are so excited. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all don't share today, something must be wrong with you. What's wrong with you? When they say, if you don't love God, what's wrong with you? If you don't share today, we want to know what's wrong with you. Tell us. Everybody will begin to drop their affirmation words in the chat below. What is your affirmation word for today?
You know what? Can I share our church website? I didn't get a chance to do that when you were asking how to reach out to us. You can reach out to us at theadvancingchurch.org. All of our social media connections will be there. You'll be able to stay in contact with us. Please enter your email address, because we got some amazing things coming up, and we want to make sure that you're aware of those.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So we know that everybody can find you guys. You got a lot going on, but we have to ask you the affirmation word for today.
Dream. Dream. In a season that has caused so many to mourn, so many to cry, I think that it's really important that we remember to dream. It won't always be like this. We go through seasons of challenge. We go through seasons of grieving, but it won't always be like it is today. So I want you to dream about your future. Dream about what you will accomplish. Dream about the things that you enjoy. Dream about the business that you will build. I want you to dream. Don't let anything stop you from dreaming. On a weekend that we honor, specifically Memorial Day, We honor people who have sacrificed their lives.
Yes.
We have to remember that there's so many good things that they did for our United States of America. People sacrifice their lives so that you could dream and so that you could live out your full potential. And so those who may have lost a loved one, I want you to understand on today that maybe you're going through some pain because you missed them. But the thing that you can do today is honor them, honor their sacrifice, honor their commitment to serve. And so, listen, I want you to be encouraged. I don't want you to stop dreaming. Don't let nothing kill the hope that's on the inside of you. Be encouraged.
Be encouraged. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, that's the key, y'all. He said, be encouraged and dream.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of people that died for us to live. You know, we're celebrating Memorial Day. It's not just about grilling, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we love the greens, but we also have to celebrate those. I have to say to my father-in-law, shout out to Odell, Mr. Odell Stoots. He's also a deacon. But I know many of you all shouted out many of your loved ones this morning. Today is an honorable day for us to celebrate our veterans, but we also have to look at that we are here to live our best lives. You know, he said yesterday didn't kill me. So you have an opportunity to dream. Lady Yo, wow.
I told you. Wow. I just was so excited when Pastor Jordan said yes, because all the people that have come on the show have been fantastic. And I know they're getting that fire from somewhere. They said, well, you got to come to the Advancing Church. So we will make our way to the Advancing Church and visit. We are thankful for Amy today. And that was her, you know, she's just awesome in the words that she delivered about communication. I have to give a shout out to my Uncle John Carey, to my Aunt Cynthia Boyd, to my cousin James Smith, to my bestie, Clarence Butler. And I want to say, I just remember, girl, when I was a little girl, I had an Uncle Chunk, and he fought in the war. So, you know, in honor of Uncle Chunk, happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day. You know, I feel like we just had a service today.
I know.
I don't know. It just feels that way. But I know that there's power in words. I feel that every day. Ari says, yes, Clubhouse, you got to take y'all ministry from where the people are. And that's what he does. He's like, they taking it to the streets. Literally, I'm looking through the chat. Everybody says that Caprice ain't playing. Everybody's talking about the year of, everybody has a favorite car, I'm sure. But you all can go and check out everything on their site. Go there, check them out. But if you, in fact, know what today is about, you know, I said my word today was uplift. Mm-hmm. I'm also going to follow it up with love, because when Amy talked about the principles, one of the principles that I always talk about is listen, observe, validate, and empower. That's what love is all about. And that's what we're here to do. You know, I love you, Lady O. I love everything that we do together. You, me, Shameem, Justice Key. We all here trying to sow some seeds. And that's what it's about. Absolutely. What is your word for today?
Well, you know, your word for today was uplift. And I remember hearing my grandma sing the song by Mahalia Jackson, moving up a little higher.
Yes, yes.
So my word is higher. Wherever you are, just move up a little higher.
Move up a little higher. Y'all got that. And you know what? That's what we're here to do. We are going to continue to be here. Y'all know we moving up a little higher. You know what? We ain't going to play small. Pastor Jordan said, do not play small. Y'all see this? And I know I'm talking about this. My look, I take this off because I'm going to show y'all. Y'all probably can't see it, but I have a tattoo. And my tattoo says, I want to show y'all Psalms 139:14. Y'all know what that means. We are all fearfully and wonderfully made. And I am not going to play small. My mama didn't make me that way. So as a result of that, I need to say thank you to everybody, especially our owners who are always here Monday through Friday. It is time for us to dream out loud, because when we dream out loud, we're able to literally uplift one another and realize the value of nurturing our spirits and seeing the compassion we all have together when we come together. I hope that you all realize the value of us being inspired. Because when we are inspired, we literally walk in purpose. And when we walk in purpose, we have a clear understanding of all that there is that God has for us. So yes, I hope you find the peace that you have inside of you so you can continue to dream out loud. And then you need to stick and stay with it. Be persistent and find the balance that God has given you to stay strong. And know that all the things that you do is all about us being still. Because when you are able to be still, you're able to dream out loud. And you know what? Ain't nobody gonna refuse to shrink today. This is what it's all about when we embrace our greatness. I thank you all for such a beautiful day. Please, everybody, stay safe. If you all decide that you want to go outside, if you wear your mask or not, that is your choice. But if you decide you want to stay inside, all we ask is that you just keep sipping and you shelter in place. Please, please, please share. And we hope to see you all same time and same space next week on the Own Your Now show. Bye-bye, everybody. Be safe, and we'll see you soon.